Hello, hello. I am Ben Pick, and thank you for joining me in Running to Write, where I used to or normally give questionable writing advice through running metaphors, but have since switched over to doing productivity sprints. I am almost done with the first draft of my current work in progress, and I'm going to go through and still use these productivity sprints to edit that work, which will take a very long time. But for right now, I am on the last chapter, the epilogue of my current work in progress. And it is going quite well, which is nice because this past week has been a little bit rough. Um, oh, wow. Yeah, I actually wrote a lot over the past weekend on this. So I need to, yeah. I'm probably not going to be finishing my novel tonight, Richard. I likely only have 2 sprints in me. Like I said, this week was a bit rough. The weekend was actually really wonderful, really relaxing, and then just Monday hit me like a truck. So I don't know how much creativity is up here that hasn't been, just beaten out of me. And so I'm going to do some sprints, but I'm not going to do my full 3. And wow. Yeah, I did quite a bit of this actually. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I have a whole bunch of notes of where I want this epilogue to actually end on. And so yeah, where I am and where I want to be is a vast gap right now. But that being said, I don't know. I mean, I have it laid out for where I want to be and for what I want to do. So hopefully I can get somewhere. Also, I had a really interesting idea for the next book, and I need to decide on where I want to do a little bit of outline with that, because I don't know if I want to have a moment in the epilogue or if I want to save it for later in book 2, wherever that fits in. Cool, cool, cool. Exactly. Yeah. I mean, like I said, I had a well restful weekend, and all of that goodwill for my body got wiped clean in a single day. So there is that. Oh, thank you. Yes, I did send out a newsletter which included the donuts from my uh so I do a beach trip with my family, and we go up to Rehoboth, and there's this place called Fracture Prune which has delicious donuts. And so I go a couple times a week and pick up donuts for everyone. And while my family is quite health conscious, most of the kids and myself eat them. So eat the donuts. So those of us who like getting our sugar fix enjoy them, and those who stay healthy, you know, don't eat the donuts. But that being said, I have the culinary discipline of a child. So yeah. On the last day, I think I only bought 6 donuts, and I had one of them that morning. I think Adriana had one. I feel like somebody else had a third, and then we took the 2 donuts home to eat later, just as like a nice little goodbye thing for the beach. So yes, everyone does in fact include me. Everyone is just me. And with that in mind, I mean, I'm just going to roll right through this. So let's get started on 30 minutes. I do 30-minute productivity sprint for the first round, and then I do 2 20-minute sprints afterwards. But tonight I'm only going to just do the one, and I'm going to go get dinner because I'm pretty hungry. So let's get started on 30 minutes. We'll see how far I can get in the epilogue, and who knows, I might be able to finish the first draft of my novel tonight. I don't know, but ooh, yeah, do. I know it's late for you, so please do get some rest. I'm honestly surprised you stay up this late. You could have always checked me out on the replay. But yeah, thank you for coming in, Richard, and saying hi. Always appreciate you stopping by, and have a wonderful, wonderful rest. Night. No, dude. I always tell you to go to sleep. Like, sleep is one of the, in my opinion, sleep is my most precious commodity, and that I definitely don't get enough of it, and I definitely need more of it. And so, any sleep that I get is absolutely precious. And so, if anybody is ever tired, I just tell them, like, drop whatever you're doing, go to sleep. If it's something recreational or whatever, something like hanging out here, if you're tired, yeah, Richard, I'm telling you right now, if you're tired, go to sleep. Like, that is the best thing that you can do for your body, is get a good night's rest. So we can always catch up later. We can always catch up another week. But for right now, you got to take care of yourself. And so that's the most important thing. Oh, thank you, Richard. I can all but guarantee that I won't be there, but who knows? Because I think I am 1,500 words short of the 80,000 goal. Yeah. So I am 1,600 words short. If I can get 1,500 words for the epilogue, I will be happy. And I am currently situated at maybe 500. Let's see now. 716. So I would need to double what I have here. Maybe not the worst idea ever. But in any case, let's get started on being productive. I'm going on mute, and I will see you all at the end of 30 minutes. Hello, hello, and welcome back. Thank you for that. And let's see what I'm up to now. We have 1,123 words. So I wrote about 400 words, which is actually pretty good. I will set up to do another 20-minute sprint, and then I'm definitely going to call it afterwards. But let me save my work, and then we can check in with everyone. Miss Blogger, hey, how's it going? I am working on finishing my work in progress. We'll see how far I can get there. I'm currently in the epilogue. I don't know if I can finish it in one more sprint, so I'll probably need to pick things up next week. You're working on your outline for your fiction, fantasy, and contemporary paranormal romance novel with insta-love, forced proximity, and fated mate, true mate tropes. Interesting. Feels like a lot of fun. I am not well versed in easily half of those genres, but I'm, always enjoy reading new reads. Let's see, what is the time for weekly productivity sprints and ride along in California? I'm East Coast based, so right now it's 6:40. I don't know. Is there another productivity sprint going on in California? If there is, I'm sorry, I don't know. Let me do math. So if it's 6:39 here, it should be 3:40 there. I don't think it's. Oh, let me check. Los Angeles time. I thought it was only 3 hours. I didn't think it crossed over 4. Yeah. So it's 3:40 there now. And as for me, okay, I will say that I am a heavy, heavy plotter where I have just massive amounts of notes, usually 10 pages per chapter, plus the outline, plus the backstory, plus each character's thing, which I'm cross-referencing at all points throughout the writing the novel. The problem is that once I start writing, the content usually tends to deviate very quickly. So I try to rein things in, but I will often go off script. So like I said, I will say that I'm a plotter, heavy, heavy plotter, but I do end up doing some planting. Like, even though, as I mentioned, I knew every single thing that was supposed to originally happen in the story, as I started writing, I had new ideas. I had interesting places that I want to take the characters. And so it becomes kind of a moving target. I never went back and fully re-outlined, but I do have some new outline details. And so I have the original plot, the original outline. I have the kind of adapted new semi-outline right there. And then I just try and meet in the middle. So yes, I'm a heavy, heavy plotter with a tendency to wander. Cool. Well, with that out of the way, I am probably just going to go back into writing the second productivity sprint. I don't really have anything else to go. Oh, yeah. So I guess I can talk about this. I am apparently getting old because my 20-year high school reunion is scheduled. It's going to be in mid-September, and I'm planning on going. It's going to be a bit of a hike. I think it's about 2 hours away, and I'm not I would say that of all my high school friends, there's only one that still is in my life. Geography, interests, whatever, sort of dissolved my friend group. I think it would be cool to hang out with some people. I'm not overly thrilled to be there. Like I said, the only high school friend, well, that's not actually true. The only high school friend that I regularly hang out with is 10, 20 minutes down the road, and we meet up every so often. I did, thanks to the 20-year reunion, I did recently reconnect with one of my other high school friends. He just happened to be in the area, and so we went out and grabbed lunch. I'm trying to get a few more who are semi-local to go to the reunion, but I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of people who I wouldn't say I'm not excited to see, but I just don't really. It's not that I don't care if they're there. It's that like, I mean, I can if I'm going to talk to people and just have small talk conversations for like I don't know an hour, or 3 or 4. It would be nice if we had some commonalities. So a lot of the people that I'm anticipating will be there will be people who I wasn't really friends with high school. So it's just like, hey, it's cool. We went to the same place 20 years ago. We don't really have anything in common anymore, but we can just sit around and catch up, I guess. But like if I can get some of my old people who were my friends there, that would be at least somewhat interesting. And I really do want to catch up with them. So it's kind of a mixed bag of emotions right there. Plus, there's some people I definitely hope aren't coming because, you know, they were garbage 20 years ago. And I don't know. I mean, I do see that people change over the years, but a lot of, anecdotally speaking, a lot of people kind of haven't really changed over time. I mean, I've known a bunch of people for 20 years, and we're still the same people we were back then. And especially since we revert to who we were 20 years ago every time we hang out. So my friends and I, we still act this. We don't make well, we do make some of the same jokes. We don't make always the same jokes, and but the general vibe, the general feel is, like it was 20 years ago. Even as we're growing up, even as we're getting older, even as we're getting more mature, even as we're going out, having kids, getting married, doing whatever. The feeling is that it's just like old times. So I don't know. Obviously, 2 months from now, I'll let you know how the reunion went and how much of an absolute disaster it was. But for right now, I'm pretty optimistic, and we'll see if I can convince my other friends to make the trek. But if not, then I guess I'll just go and catch up some. Yeah. So I went to our 10-year reunion, which was kind of a bit pathetic, where like I don't know, I guess 100 people RSVP'd, and I think one or two of them were people I was good friends with, and who actually ended up showing up. I don't think we hit 20. I feel like there might have been 15, and of that, I mean, it was cool to see some people, but it was. I'll leave it at that. It was cool to see some people. I haven't talked to them since, so you know, I'll see how it goes. And with that, enough reminiscing. Let's do 20-minute sprint, and I will call it a day after this. So I'm going to mute. Like I keep saying, I probably am not going to be able to finish my epilogue now. I might be able to work on it between now and next week, so that way I can just start going through and editing the novel. But I might also want to take some time to really think about how I want to finish my novel, because going back to the whole plotter thing, I do have a solid plan. The plan just frequently changes as I have new ideas. And with that, I will see you all in 20 minutes. And welcome back, everyone. Thank you for hanging out for the second sprint. I have reached 1346 words, so I did just over 600 words for tonight, which is pretty good. And I might aim, like I said, I might aim to finish this off before next week. That would be awesome if I can. I think I can do it in about 500 words, maybe. If not, then I will, I don't know, I guess just finish it a week from now. Let me just write down my thoughts really quickly. All right. So saving my work and cool. Yeah, so I'm going to try and finish up this chapter, but I don't know if I can because this week is going to be stressful and busy. Who knows? I might be able to finish it on this weekend. And if not, then I'll pick it up next Monday. And again, I do this every Monday night at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. I will make an adjustment in a couple of weeks, and I'll let you all know. I'll probably do another one of those 2-week sprints, 2 sprints in a given week, or 2 episodes in a given week. So I might do it on Monday, and then either that Friday or likely that Saturday. It's Labor Day weekend, so I might try and squeeze an extra day before Labor Day week, an extra sprint the week before Labor Day weekend. I don't honestly know. I'll figure it out, and I'll let you all know. In the meantime, I hope you all have a wonderful start to your Monday night, and I will see you all in a week. Take care. Enjoy being productive. I'm really hungry, so I'm just going to call it, and I will see you all next Monday. Have a good one. And thank you, Mama Maggie Ward. Oh, sorry. Let's see here. Hello, lovies. Thank you for joining us, Mama Maggie. I appreciate you for being here. And yes, happy ATW August. I don't know what that is. It's probably a writing thing. ATW August. Let me see. ATW. Well, that didn't help. Let's try Google. Ah, perfect. Okay. Yeah. Let me check out that site and I'll gain some more knowledge. Help if I could spell correctly. $80K. Well, oh, cool. It's an August writing challenge for 80K. Nice, nice, nice. All the words. Perfect. So that's an Instagram. That's a wonderful tag. I am definitely not going to make tier 2. So it looks like Shannon, ST Houston, and Kaufman and Chat Soul are doing some things. 3 word count tiers for all the levels of writers, editors, and 3 plans for time management and habit building. It's about developing routine. Everyone is welcome. So yeah, That's awesome. I hope everyone's able to write that much in August. Hmm, work has been pushing me very, very hard, and the way that we're going, Q3 will also be quite a pain. So I am not. I have less free time, and of the free time I do have, I am mentally drained. But I will try and write as much as I can. 18K is definitely ambitious for me. So unfortunately, I will happily support you as much as I can. And I do enjoy having good writing routines. Like I said, I am swamped with work, and the all my life's routines have kind of taken a backseat to that. So yeah. Apparently, if I stop working, they stop paying me. So I do need to keep some people happy and stay employed. So, with that in mind, I wish you all a wonderful, wonderful All the Words August. So, again, there are 3 tiers. So, you can write, edit. The first tier is for 18,000 words. The second tier is for, I think, 48,000 words. And the third tier is for 80,000 words. Good luck. And let me make a note to promote this next week as well. So, I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful night. And I will see you all next Monday. Take care.